Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for May 27th, read by Scott B. from Detroit, Michigan. AA Thoughts for the Day. Prayer. On awakening, let us think about the 24 hours ahead. We consider our plans for the day. Before we begin, we ask God to direct our thinking, especially asking that it be divorced from self-pity, dishonest, or self-seeking motives. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 86. Thought to consider. Faith dares the soul to go beyond what the eyes can see. Acronyms. CRAP. Carrying resentments against people. Just for today. Humility. Step 5. Admit it to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Another great dividend we may expect from confiding our defects to another human being is humility, a word often misunderstood. To those who have made progress in AA, it amounts to a clear recognition of what and who we really are, followed by a sincere attempt to become what we could be. Therefore, our first practical move toward humility must consist of recognizing our deficiencies. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 58. Daily Reflections. No maudlin guilt. Day by day, we try to move a little toward God's perfection, so we need not be consumed by maudlin guilt. As Bill sees it, page 15. When I first discovered that there is not a single don't in the 12 Steps of AA, I was disturbed because this discovery swung open a giant portal. Only then was I able to realize what AA is for me. AA is not a program of don'ts, but of do's. AA is not martial law, it is freedom. AA is not tears over defects, but sweat over fixing them. AA is not penance, it is salvation. AA is not woe to me for my sins past and present. AA is praise God for the progress I am making today. As Bill sees it, AA, the lodestar. We can be grateful for every agency or method that tries to solve the problem of alcoholism, whether medicine, religion, education, or research. We can be open-minded toward all such efforts, and we can be sympathetic when the ill-advised ones fail. We can remember that AA itself ran for years on trial and error. As individuals, we can and should work with those that promise success, even a little success. Every one of the pioneers in the total field of alcoholism will generously say that had it not been for the living proof of recovery in AA, they could not have gone on. AA was a lodestar of hope and help that kept them at it. Grapevine, March 1958. Big Book Quote. There is a principle which is a bar against all information, which is proof against all arguments, and which cannot fail to keep a man in everlasting ignorance. That principle is contempt prior to investigation. Alcoholics Anonymous, 4th edition, Appendix 2, Spiritual Experience, page 568. 24 hours a day, AA Thought for the Day. In 12-step work, the fifth thing is continuance. Continuance means our staying with prospects after they have started on a new way of living. We must stick with them and not let them down. We must encourage them to go to meetings regularly for fellowship and help. They will learn that keeping sober is a lot easier in the fellowship of others who are trying to do the same thing. We must continue to help prospects by going to see them regularly, or telephoning them, or writing them so they don't get out of touch with AA. Continuance means good sponsorship. Do I care enough about other alcoholics to continue with them as long as necessary? Meditation for the day. Every strong and beautiful flower must have a strong root in the ground. It must send a root down so that it may be rooted and grounded, while at the same time it sends a shoot up to be the flower that shall gladden the world. Both growths are necessary. Without a strong root, it would soon wither. The higher the growth upward, the deeper must be the rooting. My life cannot flower into success and helpfulness unless it is rooted in strong faith, or unless it feels deeply secure in the goodness and purpose of the universe. Prayer for the day. I pray that my life may be deeply rooted in faith. I pray that I may feel deeply secure. Hazelden Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota 55012. My name is Scott, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.